Today, this is going to be a lesson on citations. In general, citing can be challenging and confusing. Whenever your teacher is telling you that you need to cite something or use a citation, what he or she means is that you need to give credit to the author or creator of whatever information or creation you're using in your project. Anytime we use somebody else's information, we have to give them credit. So today I'm going to show you how to do the citations using library resources, which is actually a lot easier than when you use Google or another non-school resource. I'm going to start by using Britannica, which is a library resource. I go to Library Resources, and then I'm going to find Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica. I click here. I use middle because we're in middle school. And then in the search box, I'm going to type, the example is going to be Alexander Hamilton. As you can see on the left side, there's several different filters. There's articles, images, videos. We're first going to look at articles, which we're already on. If you wanted to click it again, just to make sure you can. I'm going to click the first article. Whenever you're looking for information for a project, you go ahead and just skim through first, just reading for basic information. And then when you're ready to start asking questions, then you can go back and look for specific information. But the first thing that we always want to do is cite our source. To cite our source in a library resource, we just need to look for the citation button and then copy and paste. So you can see that we can send this somewhere, we can mark it as a favorite, we can print it. And then it says cite. So this box with the check mark is our cite box. I go ahead and I push this, and at the bottom is my citation. I just need to copy and paste this. It has the title, Alexander Hamilton. It tells which database or library resource we're using, Britannica School, which is part of Encyclopedia Britannica, when this resource was updated, the web address, and then when we accessed it. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. To copy it, I just select it with my mouse or highlight it. And then I'm going to right click if I'm on a computer, and I get the copy box and I select copy. If you are on a Chromebook, you would do the 2-finger click and then select copy. And then you can also do Control-C. And when you do Control-C, that actually copies whatever you have selected. Now that I've copied the citation, I need to go ahead and paste it in my project or wherever my teacher has told me to put my citation. Sometimes it's actually in a Google slideshow like this one, and sometimes it is actually its own document. So I'm going to hopefully get the text to come up, and then I will press enter. Perhaps the link before mine is one that I looked at yesterday. So I am going to either do Control-V to paste, or I'm going to right click and select paste. And then these kind of ran together, so I just need to make sure my formatting is correct. So I'm going to go ahead and press enter. So I've pasted this. And remember, if you are using a Chromebook, it's a 2-finger click, and then you'd press paste, and then Control-V as in Velcro if you are just using hotkeys. So now I have pasted my citation, and I can use this work I can use information from this work in my project. Perhaps now I want to put an image in this project. I can go back to Britannica, and then I can look up images and videos. This is just the images related to this article, so maybe I don't like this image and I want to use a different one. So I'm going to search Alexander Hamilton again. I'm going to select images on the left to filter. I can choose any of these images here. Some of these may not really, like Sir Ian Hamilton isn't what I want, but I like this picture of Alexander Hamilton, so I select it. You can see that same citation box as well as the picture. If I right click, I can copy the image. I can go back to my slideshow. And if I can, let's see, Control-V, And there's my image, and I can move it over to where I want it. And so now I have this image, but remember, I have to give it a citation. So we already saw where that box was. So I'm going to go back here, press the box with the check mark. And it looks like I have to scroll down a little bit. Okay, there it is. Gives me the title, tells me that it's an image right there. And the date I access it, all the information I need, I can do Control-C or right-click copy or two-finger click for the Chromebook. And then I go back and I'm going to paste it here with these other citations that I have. And so I'm going to either do Control-V or right-click or two-finger click and paste it. And you can always come back and change the formatting. I do want to show you one more resource, just because there's kind of two different formats you might see. There's Britannica, like we just saw, but I also want to show you some of the Gale resources. I'm going to go to biography, if I can find it. I think I passed it. Right here, Gale biography. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to type in Alexander Hamilton. And here's a new article. And this one, all of my filters are kind of along this side. There's images and videos as well. So you can look up different things. Let's say we want another article or a biography on him. So I would select biography. I'm going to go ahead and select the first one. And now I love the options that the Gale resources give us. You can actually send this article to Google Drive. You can highlight and take notes. But what we need is a citation tool. So it's a little different. This one has a little thought bubble and then says citation tools. So I click it. And then I can, instead of actually having to highlight it with my mouse, I just press select. And then I would Control-C or right-click copy. And then I'm going to take it over here. And so I see I need to change some the highlighting and the formatting there, but I'll do that later. I'm going to do Control-V or right-click, paste, and there I have my next citation. So that was pretty easy to do both of those, or all of those, not just both, but all. So I hope that you will start using these resources so that all you have to do is copy and paste the citations. So when we use the library resources, this is ensuring that our information is academic, and it makes using them so easy and simple. So please feel free to look back at these videos, or you can ask Mrs. Carver or your teacher if you need any help citing a source from a library resource.